In the field of adversarial machine learning, a $5 sticker can defeat a multi-million-dollar targeting system. DARPA Guard program confirmed it. Researchers, in the words of Matt Turek, can purposefully generate a particular sticker that makes the machine learning algorithm misclassify a tank as a school bus. That is the asymmetry of the new threat landscape. Modern deep learning systems do not see objects the way humans do. They aggregate pixel-level features. Their accuracy is measured on benign, static data, not contested data. They have no grounding in physical reality, so the thesis is direct. Accuracy on a clean dataset is merely a prerequisite. Robustness on a dirty, contested dataset is the goal. Fluency is fragility. Texture is not truth. The pathology has a name. It is called texture bias. Research by Gerhoz and colleagues showed that when a standard res net sees the silhouette of a cat textured with the rough skin of an elephant, the model classifies the image as an Indian elephant. The geometry says cat, the texture says elephant. The model picks texture. That is the mechanism behind the sticker. RGB cameras are blind in absolute darkness, fooled by a printed photograph of a stop sign. And jammable with retroreflective tape at night. The same trap exists in language. Prompt injection is the sticker for tokens. Hallucination is the texture bias of an LLM. To defeat the $5 sticker, change the physics of the engagement. Force the adversary to fool three different senses, each operating on different laws of physics simultaneously. This is multi-spectral sensor fusion. Phase 1. The RGB camera reads photonic reflection in the visible band, high in semantic resolution, high in adversarial vulnerability. Phase 2. Add LiDAR. Light detection and ranging measures laser time of flight at 905 or 1550 nanometers. It builds a wireframe of the world that is indifferent to texture and color. A flat sticker is two-dimensional. A tank is a complex three-dimensional volume. Geometry cannot be painted away. Phase 3. Add thermal infrared in the 8 to 14 micrometer band. A running tank engine emits a signature more than 40 degrees above ambient. A printed sticker has no internal heat source. The thermal sensor becomes a thermodynamic veto. Phase 4. Add millimeter wave radar. Radar measures Doppler velocity in radar cross-section. It penetrates fog, dust, and camouflage. It is the kinematic validator. The four sensors are then combined through intermediate deep fusion, a transformer-based attention mechanism that dynamically weighs each modality by context. On top of fusion runs the multimodal consistency check. The system retrieves the physical invariance of the proposed object from a knowledge graph, validates each constraint, and if the texture says school bus while the geometry says tank, it raises an adversarial anomaly and falls back to a safety state. No single sensor, no matter how confident, can override the laws of physics. The proof is in the comparative physics. RGB cameras, high semantic resolution, high vulnerability to patches and glare. LiDAR, precise three-dimensional geometry, medium vulnerability to spoofing. Thermal and long-wave infrared, day and night capability, medium vulnerability to thermal masking with materials like aerogel. Radar in the millimeter wave band, velocity through Doppler, weather penetration, low vulnerability. Each modality covers another's blind spot. To defend the fusion layer itself, the paper specifies two techniques. First, Saliency-LiDAR, analyze which points in the cloud drive the detection. If a small unnatural cluster dominates, that is a critical virtual patch, flag it. Second, deep moving target defense, or deep MTD. An ensemble of models with slightly different architectures and randomized parameters runs at inference. An adversarial example overfit to one model breaks against another. The attacker's universal patch loses its universality. The same architecture transfers across domains. In healthcare, fuse CT plus MRI imaging with clinical NLP notes. In finance, fuse behavioral biometrics with transaction metadata and device fingerprinting. In language, place a deterministic policy layer in front of the LLM, a cognitive firewall. The boardroom takeaway is simple. Complexity is not a substitute for grounding. A model that lives only in the digital abstraction of pixels and tokens is hallucinating. It has no tether to the physical world. The difference between a toy and a tool is robustness. Toys function only as long as the inputs are polite. Tools function in the face of deception, noise, and hostility. Under the NIST AI risk management framework, model robustness becomes a C-level key performance indicator, not a data science metric. Mean average precision is replaced by three new measures: attack success rate, perturbation budget, and consistency score. The question is not whether the system is accurate. The question is whether it is robust or just lucky. Veriprajna does not sell magic boxes. We sell cognitive armor, multi-spectral sensor fusion, physics-based consistency, NIST-aligned governance, the architecture, the threat model, the decision flow, the choice between a system that is robust and a system that is just lucky. Read the 15-page brief.